Hi everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or maybe it's good evening. It's evening here. It's actually about 8:15, 8:12 on what is this, Friday night. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'll be flying to California tomorrow, Saturday the 14th. So I won't be able to teach the class. So here I am to record a class and send it to you all so you have it for tomorrow in lieu of our regular live class. So I know that a couple of you are new, and I apologize for not being here in person, in virtual person, and now I'm in even like recorded virtual person. But anyway, if you just take the time out to practice a little bit of yoga today, I think you will be grateful to yourself for doing that. I know I'm going to be grateful for doing this before I go to sleep tonight and fly tomorrow. So I'm in my hotel room, and they actually have this pretty green curtain that I can close off where the bed is there because the bed wasn't made and I didn't want to have a messy bed in the background. So I'm here in the little salon, the little living area, and then the kitchen parts over there. Anyway, you don't need to know about that. For those of you that are new, thank you for being here. This is a very relaxed yoga class, and for all of my regular students, thank you so much for being here. I hope this class feels good for you today or whenever you get to practice it. So let's start, as we always do, down on the floor, or you can sit in a chair. You don't have to be down on the floor. I don't have a yoga mat here, so I'm literally on the floor. And so make yourself comfortable. You can sit up on a couch, sit on a bed, sit on a chair, or simply sit on the floor on your yoga mat. And just settle into a nice, comfortable, seated position, making sure that your back is fairly long and straight, but not rigid. You want to feel the natural curves in your spine. Allow your belly to be soft right now, and allow your body to relax. Let the hips settle in and down. Let your shoulders settle back and down. Allow your eyes to relax. Close them. Let your eyelids be soft. And just let the body get quiet and become still. We always want to start from a place of stillness so that we can connect our mind to our body and our body to our mind, and then both mind and body to the spirit, so it creates perfect union or perfect yoga. Alrighty? So mind, body, and spirit in union, and getting more quiet with each and every breath. You might want to ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? Do I feel tired, or am I feeling refreshed? Am I energetic, or do I feel a little lazy? And whatever the answer is, or the answers are, you don't have to judge them. They just are whatever they are, and that's okay. The most important thing is that you're here and you're present. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose, and then breathe it out either through the nose or through the mouth, whatever feels right for you. Relax those shoulders as you exhale, and then when you're ready, take another breath in through the nose, and then let it go, exhaling out. And one more time, nice deep breath in. And breathe out. And now continue to breathe. Take 3 or 4 more breaths, conscious breaths, really feeling and being connected to your inhale and your exhale. Even if you're not breathing deeply, just stay focused on the breath in and the breath out. bring your hands together, rub your palms together, just kind of warm up those hands a little bit. Get them nice and warm, and then you're going to place your hands over your eyes just to soothe your eyes and make a little connection between the visual sensation in our hands. So let me take off my glasses, rub them out just a little bit more, make them nice and warm, and then just simply cup your hands over your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Feel the warmth of the hand going into the area around your eyes. Let the darkness soothe you. Notice any sensations in your palms, maybe a tingling sensation or just simply a sense of aliveness. And take one more breath. And then go ahead and release. All right, let's bring the arms up and inhale. Stretch up and then exhale, bring the arms back out and down. Again, take the arms up, inhale. And exhale, arms back out and down. One more time. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale, arms down. Relax your hands. Just let your hands rest on your knees or your legs. Relax those shoulders down. We're going to drop the head over to the right shoulder. Take a breath in first. And then gently let your head drop over to the right. Just let your head be heavy. This may be a little uncomfortable for you. You can always bring your right shoulder up closer to meet your ear, but if you can, just let the head hang nice and heavy. Right ear dropping toward the right shoulder. And then we're going to do a really slow little half circle of movement using the torso, okay? So we're going to keep the head tilted to the right, toward the right shoulder, and then you're going to lean slightly to the right. So your right arm is kind of resting on top of your right thigh. And then allow your body to fall gently forward as though you're trying to bring your chest down towards your right knee. Just let yourself flow really, really slowly, gently forward until you come to center. And at center, relax both shoulders, pull the belly in, round your spine as you slowly, slowly come back up. Upright. All right, and now we'll loosen up the other side. So we start with a breath in. Exhale, let your head drop over gently to the left shoulder. See how this side feels. Both shoulders staying down if you can. And then gently tilt your body ever so slightly over toward the left. Let that left arm kind of rest on top of your left thigh. Allow your body to keep falling over to the left, and then gently start falling forward as though you're trying to bring your chest down towards your left leg, your nose down towards your left knee. A gentle little half circle, moving around until you come to center. And at center, just hang out there for a breath, relax your shoulders, and then pull the belly in just to give some abdominal support as you gently, slowly rise up. Come back up. Let your shoulders drop back and down. Keep your hands resting on your knees, but open your palms as though you're receiving a gift of peacefulness. All right? And we're going to gently just tilt the head back, tilt the head back, tilt it back, stretching the chin upward toward the sky, and breathe. And then super slowly bring the head upright and then let it drop forward, but nice and slow, everything moving in slow motion. Gently drop your chin down toward the bottom of your throat and press your chin there against the spot right there at the bottom of your, right there in the hollow of your throat. And then slowly come back up to center. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and breathe out. All right, we're going to do a super gentle twist. If your legs are tired, go ahead and take them out in front of you, shake them up. If you're sitting in a chair, just pat your feet on the ground. Just make sure your legs have some circulation going, okay? Since we've been sitting for a while. And then you can recross or fold your legs and make them comfortable. All right, take your left hand, place it over on your right leg, either on the knee or anywhere on the thigh. Bring your right arm behind you and bring your right thumb close to your tailbone. So your fingertips, your right fingertips are on the floor behind you. Gently press into those fingertips as though you were lifting yourself up off the mat. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, gently turn to your right, really gently. Now if you're sitting in a chair, you can be holding on to the arms of the chair and the chair seat. Or again, you can just have your left hand on the right knee or right thigh, and then your right hand behind you. Feel that stretch behind your left shoulder blade as you turn to the right. Did I say turn to the right? I hope so, because that's the direction we're turned. Turn to the right so we get the stretch in the upper left back. When you exhale, see if you can twist just a little more. If you can, it should feel good, maybe a little uncomfortable, but no pain. If you're feeling any pain at all, then I want you to back up, just back away until the pain stops. Okay, even if it means you only go halfway. So go to your edge, but no further. Take 1 or 2 more breaths. And then release the hold of your hands. Let your hands release and allow your body to unwind and come back to center. At center, take a breath in. Feels good. All right, right hand over to the left leg or left knee, left hand behind you, fingertips on the floor, left thumb close to your tailbone. Push into those left fingertips, pushing down and lifting yourself up as though you're going to push yourself off the floor. Take a breath. Exhale and twist to your left. Slowly, slowly wrapping around. And breathe. One or 2 more breaths. And then let the hands soften and release from the twist. Nice gentle spinal twist just to wake up those muscles in the back and in the torso. Take a deep breath and breathe out. All right, we're going to go into child pose here. Now, if you've got knee issues, you may want to put an extra cushion underneath your knees. It could be a pillow. You could roll up your yoga mat, double it up. It could be a blanket, or you could even get up on the bed or on the couch if you want to. You don't have to stay on the floor for child pose, especially if you've got knee issues. But also if your back is really stiff, sometimes being on a soft, cushy surface like a bed or a couch can be a lot more comfortable. So do what feels best for your body. You know your body best. If you are on your yoga mat or on the floor like I am, go ahead and take your knees at least hip distance apart or maybe wider. Bring your big toes to touch behind you. And then gently push your hips back, push them back, push them back. See if you can drop all the way down so that you're sitting basically on your heels. Stretch your arms out in front. And then just stretch those fingers forward, forward, forward. And then drop your torso down, bringing your head down, forehead down to the floor. Let your back relax. And now here, I want you to stay here. We're going to stay here for about 6-7 breaths. All right, and I want you to breathe into your back. And I really want you to focus on breathing into the back of your lungs and see if you can feel your skin and muscles move in your back as you breathe here in Balasana, the child pose, okay? You should feel your rib cage expand when you inhale. Feel those muscles stretch and soften as you exhale. Go ahead and take 3 more breaths. And then lift your head so you can see your hands. Slide your hands in towards you, coming in towards your knees, and then come up onto your hands and knees. All right, so now we're in table pose. So from here, I want you to make sure that your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. So it should be shoulders, elbows, and wrists in a nice straight line. Pull the abdominal muscles in. Your feet can just rest on the floor comfortably, okay? The tops of your toes and tops of your feet are resting on the floor. And we just hold it here in table pose. And I just want you to feel the sensation of your torso. Your back should feel strong and fairly flat here. The back of your neck as well, nice and strong and smooth as you look straight down. Again, pull the abdominal muscles in to give some support for your internal organs. And then I want you to go ahead and stretch your right leg back. Stretch your right leg back and then lift your right foot off the floor. So the right leg is extended back, but not too high. It's just at about hip height or slightly lower. And hold it there. So your weight now is in your right shoulder, in your left shoulder as well, but a little bit more on the right side. And then resting on your left knee and left foot. And breathe. You should feel this in the lower belly. It's for helping to work those lower abdominal muscles. Lifting our heavy leg, take it easy, but keep breathing. One more breath. And then bring that right knee down. Take a breath or two. And if you have water nearby, anytime you need to, go ahead and stop and get some water. When you're ready, stretch your left leg back and then lift the left leg off the floor. Make sure your right knee feels comfortable. Stretch that left leg back. And again, it should be at hip height or slightly lower. You don't want it too high. And hold it here. Pull those abs in and breathe. 3 or 4 more breaths. And then bring that left knee down. All right, tiptoes on the floor behind you. You can see my feet bouncing around, tiptoes on the floor. I want you to simply push your hips back and down, push them back and down. As soon as you start feeling it in your toes, you can hold it there. If you can get your hips all the way back and your toes will allow it, stay there. Slide your hands in. And then if you can, go ahead and sit up, sitting back on your heels. And let your full weight of your upper body rest on your feet. And breathe. Stretching the toes, waking them up. Couple more breaths. And then lean forward, make little fists of your hands. Place your fists down on the floor. And then you're going to take your right hand, turn it around. See how my hand is turned in so that my fingertips are pointing toward my right knee. And try and place your hand flat on the floor. And then simply lean back just slightly, just to get that stretch down the inner lower right arm. And then come back straight. Again, make a little fist of your hands. Place your right fist on the floor. Open your left hand. Turn the fingers so the fingers are pointing in towards your left knee. Try and flatten your hand if you can. And then just a slight leaning back. You'll feel that stretch in the lower part of your left arm. And then come back up. Make a little fist of your hands. Both fists down. Good. And then now bring the hands out in front. Fingers pointing away from you, pointing out in front. And take your hands out so they're out in front of your shoulders, no longer underneath the shoulders, but about one hand step out in front. And we're going to lift up into downward dog, all right? When you're ready, make sure your knees are apart and your feet are apart. Take a deep breath. Exhale and lift those knees up. And let's come up into downward dog, but with the knees bent and just kind of stretching it out. Straighten one leg, bend the other, back and forth. Stretching out, stretching out. I'm trying not to slip on this slippery carpet.
And then if you can, straighten both legs, pull the belly in, and stay here in down dog. Let that blood flow to your brain. Let your back muscles just relax. Just relax. Let the back of your neck smooth out. Make sure your feet are apart, not together. They should be about hip distance apart. Try and press your heels toward the floor. Don't worry about them not touching the floor. Just press them down toward the floor. Take 1 or 2 more breaths. Pull the lower abs in. And then lift your head so you can see your hands. Everybody bend your knees and start walking your feet toward your hands. Walk your hands back toward your feet. If you can, bend your knees enough so that your fingertips can come to your toes. And then those that can, go ahead and straighten your legs. If straightening your legs is not an option, don't even worry. Just keep those knees bent as much as you need to so that you can get some stretch in your back, but you don't hurt your hamstrings in the back of your thighs. Let your head hang. Pull the belly in. And now everybody, whether your legs are straight or bent, everybody bend your knees. Take your left hand, bring it over to the outside of your right leg, okay, right lower leg, below your right knee on the outside. Grab hold of it with your left hand, keep those knees bent, and let's bring our right arm up and come into a standing twist. Right arm goes up toward the sky, up toward the ceiling. Left hand is holding on to the right leg, and breathe. This is for stimulating digestion. It's also an inversion, so it's sending fresh blood to the brain. Take 1 or 2 more breaths. And then gently unwind. Bring both hands to the feet. Drop your head. Stay here for a moment. If at any time being upside down starts to be too much, just very slowly come out of it, and then you can take a breather and then come back, okay? All right, if you're still here with me, knees are bent, you're going to move your right hand over to the outside of your lower left leg. Just grab hold anywhere on the outer left calf, and then slowly twist so that your left arm can go up toward the sky, and breathe. Slowly let that left arm fall. One last time, hands to feet. Those that can, go ahead and try and straighten your legs so you're coming into Uttanasana, or the forward bend, forward fold. If you need to keep your knees a little bent, please do that. Do what feels best for your body right now. Take 1 or 2 more breaths. Everybody bend those knees. We're going to keep our knees bent as we come all the way up to standing. Hands on the front of the legs. Keep those knees soft. Bring the hands to the knees. Keep those knees bent. Slowly, slowly, slowly. We're going to come up, up, all the way up. And I feel like I'm in the dark. I wonder what's going to happen if I move this over to here. That might be better. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think so. This room is it's nighttime too, so I don't have any ambient light from outside. But there we go. I think that's better. I hope so. All right. So we're standing up. Let's take a deep breath standing. Inhale. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. All right. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Bring your feet at about hip distance apart. And we're going to come into Tadasana, or the mountain pose, just to check on our posture. So as you're standing, the feet are solid, toes pointing forward.
legs nice and strong. Just a gentle squeeze with the buttocks, not too much, not clenching, but a little bit of activating those buttocks muscles. Pull the abdominal muscles inward. Allow your heart center to feel like it's lifting and the shoulders dropping back and down. And feeling your head perched perfectly on the top of your neck. And just imagine how your posture looks from the side, from the front, and from the back. Just engaging in a nice, strong Tadasana mountain pose. A couple more breaths. All right, let it go. Shake your arms. Shake your legs, shake it out, march it out, do whatever you need to do to loosen up and let go of any tension that you might have had. Let me move this out of the way. All right, let's take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to do chair pose without a chair. All right, just to strengthens the buttocks, strengthens the legs, strengthens the back as well. So I'm going to show it looking forward, and then I'll do one turning sideways so you can see the angle. I'm going to stand with my feet about hip distance apart, bend the knees, push the hips back, bend the knees a little more, push the hips back, and then bring the arms out in front, okay? And hands are just higher, a little higher than your shoulders, fingers open, stretching forward. We pull the belly in and round the lower back just slightly, okay, to keep the belly pulled in, and we hold it here. We keep the hips pushed back far enough that we feel most of our weight in the heels. Your toes might even feel light, like they could come off the floor. And breathe. This is chair pose. After just 3 or 4 breaths, you may feel your temperature rise. It really revs up the circulation. One more breath. And then let those hands fall. Slowly, slowly come up. Take a breath or two, let everything relax. Now I'm going to turn sideways, and we're going to do it again, but this time we're going to bring our feet together, okay? Feet together and knees together. All right, so feet together, knees touching, big toes touching. Bend your knees, push your hips back. Bend your knees a little bit more, push your hips back, and then bring the arms out again. The hands should be higher than your shoulders, fingers spread wide. Squeeze those knees, and let's breathe 3 or 4 breaths. Drop, slowly come up, shake it out, grab some water if you need it. I always get very, very warm doing chair pose, so if you do too, cheers. It's a great pose to do when you're cold, but it's also a good pose to do anytime just because it gets your circulation going. Who said that yoga couldn't be aerobic, right? Let's do a couple more standing poses here. I'm just trying to make myself some room, okay? All right, let's take our feet wide, and let's turn our right foot out, and then kick your left foot away from you, or your left heel away from you a little bit. So your feet are more or less perpendicular, but your left heel is just out just slightly. Go ahead and bend your right knee. Bend your right knee, and as you do so, we want to always make sure that the knee stays over the heel and the ankle, okay? We don't want it out past the ankle. We want to try and keep it right there just to protect your knee. Left hand is going to go to the back leg. Right arm is going to come up, and we're going to stretch it up. Stretch it up here, coming into victorious warrior pose. Now in Victorious Warrior, you're going to be opening up, in this case, the right side of the body, getting a good stretch, but it's also for strengthening the legs. So if you wiggle your right toes out a little bit more and allow yourself to drop a little closer to the floor, your legs will work a little harder. And breathe. One or two more breaths. And then slowly let the right leg straight and let your right arm drop down. And we'll do the other side, okay? So left toes, our left leg is turning out away from you. We're going to bend that left knee. Right foot behind you, sliding on this carpet. I hope I don't do the splits. I don't want to do that. All right, left knee is bent, left knee staying right over the left heel and ankle. Right leg straight behind you. Kick that right heel out just a little bit so that the foot is kind of at an angle. Place your right hand on your right back leg. Left arm comes up. And we breathe. Victorious Warrior. Feel your strength. Feel your bravery, your courage. You did it. You're here. You're in yoga class. Good for you. Breathe. Stretch through that left arm. Open up the left side of your torso as you inhale. One more breath. Let that left arm come down. Let that left leg straighten. Shake your arms. Shake your legs. Shake everything around. Let go of any tension. Take a deep breath. And breathe out. Again, inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. All right. Bring your arms behind you. And if you can, clasp your hands together like I'm showing here. And then drop your hands down. You want to try and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Squeeze the arms toward each other. This is automatically going to open up the chest, open up and stretch the pectoral muscles, the upper chest. Hold it here and breathe. It's a little tough to breathe when we've got these muscles stretched right across the lungs. Just let the breath flow. Notice sensations in your shoulders, your arms, your fingers. All right, now we're going to see if we can bring those arms just slightly away from the body, okay? So we take a breath. As you exhale, pull the arms away if you can. Again, always just going to your edge. Don't go toward pain. Just go to your edge, see how it feels, see if you can still breathe nice and easy. One or two more breaths. And then let those arms come down. Release your hands. Shake it out. That pose is a counter pose for being on the phone, being on the computer, sitting at a desk, sitting in a car, driving, writing, typing. That's what that's good for. And that's why we held it and stretched the front of the chest, opening it, and squeezed the upper back. Because a lot of our posture during our normal day anymore is kind of hunched forward where we collapse this part. So if you can, remember, and if that felt good for you, take a few times during the day to just bring your hands behind you, but do it consciously. Do it with lots of awareness. Clasp those hands, bring them down, squeeze them, squeeze those shoulder blades. And then after maybe 20, 30 seconds, then pull them away, pull them away, pull them away. You can even add a little bit of a tilt with your head, but you don't have to. That might be too much. So keeping your head neutral is fine, but just squeeze those muscles and let your chest open. It's really important. All right. And then again, always shake things out, let go of any tension you might have created from the pose. All right, we're going to come down on the floor if you're ready. Let me move this back over here to this dark dungeon. All righty. Let's see if I can move this. All right. So let's go ahead and come down on our backs, okay? I'm looking at the time. Let's go ahead and come down on our backs. And, I didn't say this before the start of class, but if you want to, you can lie on your back with your feet up on a couch or a chair. Actually, your legs up on a couch or a chair, just to give yourself a little break for your legs, which might feel really, really good. So if you want to do that, like I've got this chair, this couch here close by, you can lie down, place your legs up on the furniture, go ahead, put your feet on the furniture, it's your furniture, okay? And just allow yourself to relax for a moment. If you don't have furniture nearby, you can always scoot up to a wall and put your legs and feet up on the wall. It's just to give your circulation a little break, give your legs a nice break, just reversing the blood flow, and it should feel relaxing. If you're just lying on the floor, that's fine too. But if you can elevate your legs, go ahead and do so for a few more breaths. Just let everything relax. Couple more breaths. All right, you can always return to this position with your legs elevated for Savasana at the end of class. But now I'm going to go ahead and scoot myself away so that I can lie flat on the floor. And we're going to just do some nice stretches for the hips. Okay. Sorry for all this extra movement here. All right, so lying flat on the floor. Let's bring our right knee to the chest. Let the left leg just relax. Bring your right knee up and either place your hands around the front of your knee, or if that's not possible, it can be on the back of your right thigh, or you can even use a towel. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me, sorry. I shouldn't be on this floor, huh? Anyway, pull your knee to your chest. And depending on how tight or loose you are, this might be work, just pulling your knee to your chest. So stay there and breathe. And now we're going to take that right leg and we're just going to pull it slightly over to the left, as though you were going to bring it all the way over. Just move it a little bit so you start feeling that stretch in a different place in your right leg and in your hip. And then maybe just a little bit more, just rolling slightly more over to the left. And then come back to center. All right, go ahead and bend your left leg. Place your left foot on the floor. Take your right foot and place it near the top of your left knee. Right foot at the top of the left knee. Okay, and now we've got the legs kind of in a four-square position. Now we're going to take that right leg and let the body turn, trying to bring that right foot toward the floor. The right foot is still attached to your left knee, but you're bringing that right foot over toward the floor. And breathe. And then slowly come back up and uncross the legs. Let your right leg drop to the floor. Bring your left knee into your chest. Pull it in. Right leg is relaxed. Left leg, we pull it in. Letting your lower back on the left side relax. And now we're going to take that left leg and just pull it just slightly over
toward the middle of your chest. So you start feeling maybe a stretch in the outer part of your left thigh, maybe into the glutes on the left side. So just hold it there. And then a little bit more. So we're taking these yoga poses. This is a reclining twist, and we're just breaking it down into its different phases. You know, the very beginning phase, just knee to chest, and then the second phase, just a slight movement. Rather than going from 0 to 60 in 6 seconds, we just take our time and explore and see how each one feels. And now back to center. Bend your right knee, bring your right foot to the floor, take your left foot, place it at the top of your right knee, and then using the hands to gently guide the leg over toward the floor until your left foot hopefully comes down to the floor. And breathe. And then slowly bring it back up and take it out. You can shake your legs out if you need to. And then when you're ready to, we're going to bring both knees to the chest, both knees up. That usually feels pretty good on your back. Rock a little bit side to side and see how that feels. Pull those knees in and then pull them apart. I'm going to pull the legs apart to stretch the inner thighs, the inner hips, the inner groin. Try and bring them far enough apart that your elbows touch the floor. Try and get those elbows down to the floor. Hands gripping the knees, keeping them pulled apart. Let those adductors stretch. They could be very tight. So we're going to stay here and breathe. As you breathe in, imagine sending that breath right down into the base of your body. Right down there into that center spot. Couple more breaths. All right, keep your knees apart, bring your arms on the inside, and see if you can grab hold of anywhere on the inside edge of your lower legs. It may be down all the way down to your feet, or you may be having your hands on your ankles, or I have my hands more in the middle of my calf. All right, and then using your arms that are kind of resting there, let your arm strength just stretch those legs apart a little bit more. So you're holding on to your lower legs, but using the weight and strength of your arms to just do a last little good stretch, and breathe. All right, and relax. All right, feet down on the floor. Now we're going to take our right leg, cross it over the left. Bring the left foot off the floor. Bring both knees into your chest. Pull them in, pull them in. And now we're going to take both legs over to the left. So my right arm is going to drop to the floor. My left hand is holding on to my right knee. And I'm going to pull everything over to the left. Try and get both feet to touch the floor. See if we can get one knee close to the floor. And breathe. Right arm stays down. Right shoulder stays down as much as you can, and let that twist happen. This is twisting those muscles that are right over the right rib cage, right around your liver, the right kidney back here, adrenal gland back here, ascending colon here, and the right side coming up, and then moving into the transverse colon across. I always like to give a little massage in these twists because it feels good. All right, take one or two more breaths. If you've got tightness in your hips, hopefully this is helping to loosen up a little bit. All right, let's use both hands to help pull those legs back up. They're heavy, at least mine are. Bring that right knee up to your chest. Let the left knee come up as well. Pull in, everything neutral, and then right foot comes down, left leg crosses over. Left arm rests on the floor, right arm on the right knee. Take a breath. Exhale and pull both legs over to the right. Slowly, slowly, slowly. See if we can get that knee down, both feet touching the floor in some fashion. And then check with your left arm and left shoulder. Hopefully they're either on the floor or really close to it. And breathe. And again, it's a beautiful stretch for the midsection of the body around the left rib cage, your stomach here mostly on the left side, right there at the left ribs, and then your pancreas, spleen's in there. Back here is the left kidney, left adrenal gland. Just a massage for everything. And hopefully you're getting a good stretch too, right where you need it, in your back and in the buttocks and right around where the sciatic nerve can cause trouble. Get a stretch to get the muscles up off of it, take some weight away from there. And then again, we'll use both hands to gently pull those legs back up, roll onto your back, uncross the legs, and one last time, pull knees to your chest. Rock a little bit side to side. That should feel good. And then drop both legs down. Both legs dropping down. All right, let your legs relax. Turn your feet out. And place your hands on your low belly. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Feel your low belly rise as you inhale, and then exhale. Feel the low belly sinking down and gently press it down, letting all the breath out. And then again, when you're ready, inhale through the nose. Expanding through the low belly as you inhale, and then exhale. And then one more time, inhaling deeply. And exhaling completely. All right, it's time for Savasana, or deep conscious yoga rest. If you wish, you can do 3 more of those deep breaths, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose or mouth, but concentrating on the low belly. It really is great for relaxing your whole parasympathetic nervous system, to consciously let the body relax. Or you can simply let go, arms down, palms open, feet open, and just relax. Take a couple minutes just to be still. Allow your body to integrate everything we did in our practice. So take your time. We want to give ourselves plenty of time to let the body make all the little micro changes that it does after 45, 50 minutes of movement, conscious movement. If you prefer to sit up, you're certainly welcome to do so. You can use this time to relax in Savasana, but you can also use it as a time of meditation, just focusing on clearing your mind. And in a couple minutes, I will bring you back to the present moment.
Please take a deep breath in. As you exhale, gently release from Savasana. Take your time. If you are lying down, slowly come back up to a seated position. If you're already seated, just open your eyes. Try and keep a nice, peaceful, tranquil feeling, but being very present, hearing the sounds around you, seeing what's going on around you, letting your senses feel alive. And we'll finish as we always do with 3 breaths. And on the last exhale, we can Om together. All right, let's take a deep breath in. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale deeply. And exhale totally, completely. And one more time, deep breath in. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, first of all, for taking almost an hour out of your day today to practice yoga with me. And I miss you all. I'm hoping that I can see you on Wednesday. Yes, this is for Saturday's class, so it'll be Wednesday. But we might do the class on Tuesday because you know what? I think Wednesday I'm going to be on a plane again. I'll be flying from LA to Texas to see my mom. So we might have class on Tuesday at my sister Teresa's house. We'll have my sister with me, okay? So I'll send everybody an email so you can be ready for that. And hopefully you can tune in for a live class on Tuesday, all right? Until then, be well, eat well, sleep well, rest well, think well. Namaste.